You may be seated. An air display by the Silver Falcons will now commence.
Welcome again to the southern lands of the Union buildings. An excitement. We have lots of young people chanting songs of liberation. With me, I'm having the anti-apartheid struggle veteran and also a former Umkhonto Wesizwe operative, Mayor Ayanda Dlodlo. Tell me about your feelings today. How are you feeling? Because you spent many years in exile. Did you have it in any doubt that you will experience 1994, where we had our people voting for the first time?
First and foremost, I'm a military veteran, not a veteran of struggle.
Yeah.
I've been in the struggle for many years, starting from my childhood. But that day of 1994 came to us as the most wonderful thing that any nation and any people could experience. It came at a time where our people were losing lives. Everybody was getting impatient with the system of apartheid. The world gave us all the support that we needed as a people to get our liberation.
Obviously, 20 years gave us time to reflect on what we have achieved and challenges ahead. Would you be proud to say that you have managed to deliver on the 1994 electoral promises to improve the lot of the lives of South Africans?
If you look at what other countries have done in more than 300 years of freedom, of democracy, in 20 years we have achieved, I think, much more than we could have achieved in any other time. What we say as the African National Congress and as a government is that what we have achieved, much more could still be done. We still have another 20, 40, 60 years that we're going to celebrate. And in all of those years, we'll be improving the lives of our people. It's not an overnight thing. Our people are getting impatient, but it is for time for us to step up our mark and do the best that we can as a government.
Ayanda Dlodlo, thanks very much for your time. We really appreciate it. As you can see behind me, lots of people are very much excited. They want to be part of this event, and I think for them this is a memorable time. And now I'm handing over to my colleague Yolisa Njamen.
Thank you, Tsepo. On the southern lawns of the Union buildings, I've got Lebogang Maile, rather the MEC in Gauteng of Sports, Arts and Culture, who's going to just give us a reflection of what we can expect, or rather what South Africans can expect today. Lebo, thank you very much for joining us, and thank you very much for being patient with us, of course. Tell us just if you can reflect, what can South Africans expect today from the program specifically?
Well, today it's about celebrations. We're going to see a lot of fun. There's a new freedom song that has been composed and choreographed by Somizi. We're going to have the South African National Defence Force, as we have already seen, they've started displaying what they're capable of, but also saluting the President and leading in the singing of the national anthem. And you'll obviously have the State President addressing the nation.
Lebu, is a young person. A whole lot of freedoms we appreciate in this country that have been attained since 1994. But as a young person, a whole lot of young people are unemployed in this country. So how does one reflect on a freedom when they feel like they are not participating in it fully?
Well, since 1994, as a country, we have achieved a lot. We have laid down a foundation. We've created a conducive environment for democracy and freedom. And we've also created a lot of opportunities for our people. And we've been the first to admit, as the ANC-led government, that there's more that needs to be done. And hence we are saying, let's work together to move South Africa forward. Let's put our hands together to confront the challenges that are facing us. I think it's unfortunate that you still have people living in abject poverty, you still have people unemployed, you still have people not able to access higher education, and we have said we are going to work very hard in the next coming 5 years to continue with the good work that we have done.
And of course, while all politicians are electioneering at this point, a lot of problems or challenges are reflected and highlighted. One would say that the peak now, because everyone sees the problems that we have, and it doesn't particularly help perhaps when people like the eminent Archbishop Desmond Tutu says they will not vote for the ruling party, who has been, of course, a stalwart of the ruling party and struggle.
Well, I think we all respect the Archbishop, and I think it's just unfortunate that maybe he's abusing the access to media that he's having, because there are many other South Africans who have views about who they're voting for and who they're not voting for. I think what we expect of the Archbishop is to encourage people to vote for whoever they want, and he must also exercise his choice and vote for whoever he wants. It doesn't have to announce who he's voting for, because when he was voting for the ANC, he never announced. We don't even know whether he did vote for the ANC, so I don't think that we are interested to know which party he's going to vote for. What we are interested in is that he must exercise his right. He has been part of the struggle. He has fought for this right to vote, and he must encourage even the younger people to enjoy this right to vote. And he must just leave political parties to persuade people if people are going to vote for them or not. So otherwise would have to give every single South African, all those people who are registered at 26 million, each one of them must be given a right on TV to announce which party they're going to vote for. I just think it's just that abuse of freedom of expression.
And while we have these challenges, of course, today is about unity in diversity and celebrating this day in particular and all the gains that we have made.
Yes, certainly. We need to reflect as a nation from where we come from and where we want to go. And we must encourage our people to continue working together. We have made strides as a country since '94. If you look back from where we come from, you will agree that a lot has been achieved in terms of reconciliation, in terms of nation building a rainbow nation, living in harmony, in peace. We have created stability as a country, and this is a solid foundation that we must build on as a country.
Lebogang Maile, thank you very much, and thank you very much for being patient with us, because we've had to cut you a couple of times. Lebogang Maile, MEC for Sports and Culture in Gauteng. Taking it back to you in the studio, Peter.